everybody, I'm Seamus.
I'm Josh.
And I'm Rootsgarn.
And we're playing Fallout 3. We're playing the Broken
Against
Steel
our
add-on.
judgment, yes.
Yes. And against everyone else's will. Alright, so we were playing Broken Steel, and I forget where we left off. I know we're heading for the White House. I can't remember why. Maybe Josh can remind us.
We need to take the presidential metro to a military base. That is where the Enclave are broadcasting all of their communications from, or something like that.
No, what's interesting here is that we're playing Broken Steel, but we have yet to see a super mutant mastermind. Which, you know, I mentioned...
Overlord, you mean?
Overlord, yeah. The guys with the tri-beam razor rifles, yeah. Very good. Laser rifles.
Laser rifle.
I'll tell you what's really interesting, that Bethesda went through all the trouble to make their game set in Washington, D.C., and then didn't make the White House integral to the first Fallout 3 plot. Like, to the vanilla Fallout 3 main storyline. That took restraint, and I actually respect that. And then this add-on comes along, and the effect is kind of ruined.
From what I recall, we don't really, get into the White House.
Yeah, it's supposedly completely irradiated, right? Like Vault 87,
yeah.
You can't get
in here we go. Our friends are killing super mutants. And by friends, of course, I mean...
Our most hated enemies, the Brotherhood of Steel?
Yeah.
Favorite target. Yeah, what's up with the vertibirds?
Well, presumably they hold the presidential metro. Or did.
So, in my game, as soon as I've mentioned this before, when I installed Broken Steel, immediately Broken Steel activated, even though I was only like a quarter of the way through the game, or halfway through the game. Three Dogs started talking about how I liberated the water purifier and everybody could have free water. And I started seeing the specific bad guys that added on in Broken Steel, like Overlords. And they were everywhere in my game, Overlords. And they are tough. They have 1,000,000 hit points. And at level 7, they were impossible to kill. I would hit them with every bit of ammunition that I owned and they would not be dead.
Yeah, especially when the damage curves like that. There's a lot of enemies in the game that are just not doable at an early level. I ran into a Deathclaw once when I was like level 2. I'm still not sure if it was just it spawned in a weird place, or if I was in a weird place, or I think I had a low luck character because Josh is gonna probably castigate me for this, but luck was my dump stat always.
This is the I got really confused here the first time I got here. Because you're supposed to go somewhere, and it looks like you're supposed to talk to this NPC, but he doesn't say anything. No, it's this little tiny, almost invisible manhole texture on the ground here.
You know where they screwed me over with that? That one, during the family quest or whatever, where you gotta find them, and there's, they give you 3 locations, I scour all of them, and turns out I was supposed to go into one manhole in a dimly lit closet that was surrounded by irradiated go-away barrels.
Yeah, that's right near the guy that wants you to get a sugar
until
bomb.
You find the main entrance.
Right, but the quest points you at that guy's closet. You have to go into this ghoul's home, basically, into a back room filled with glowing green ooze, and then look behind a barrel to find a manhole and climb down in it. It was not...
and then climb down into the irradiated sewers.
Oh. I don't want to be irradiated. There were glowing ghouls over there. Here we go. Again, probably just a door that was installed.
Those add-on doors. Like, they couldn't put a hole in the wall, something plausible that wouldn't, like... that would kind of make sense to be added to the world, like a new hole got blown in the wall, but no. They keep installing doors.
Well, the problem is the hole in the wall would require new art, like, new textures, new models, and after they've shipped Fallout 3, they fired all the guys who couldn't create new gun models.
Hopefully out of a cannon.
I guess
yeah.
it's too harsh. I mean, like, if you look at, like Operation Anchorage, I mean, not Operation Anchorage, but actually, yeah, and, like, Point Lookout and stuff, there's some new stuff, but especially with Broken Steel, there's just not a lot of new content.
Wow. You sneaked attacked a robot with fire and killed it. You would not expect that to work. If you hit a piece of metal with something that's on fire, I would not expect a tremendous amount of damage, even if you caught the piece of metal by surprise. Wow,
hey,
this
look,
is
more
new.
pieces of metal. That's a dead
Apparently
person.
the guy who programmed the robot thought the same as you, because they didn't program it in for its threat detection to detect a fast-approaching flaming sword as a threat.
Nope, if it doesn't have a person attached, then it's a harmless flaming flying sword. I like how that gun looked down at you.
Oh, he detected me. I was in danger mode. I was like, what?
I know.
Then I shot it.
You're in danger of being briefly
So I like
annoyed.
how the presidential security system still works after 200 years.
Well, everything does. I mean, that's the idea.
Well, there
This
wasn't a
technology
door
was
to get
built
in here.
last.
There wasn't a door for anybody to come in here and loot it for 200 years. And then somebody just installed that door, and now it's open. So what is this place? It looks like a subway tunnel.
Yeah, it's a presidential metro escape route thing.
But it looks different than... I mean, this is kind of impressive. It looks different
Yeah.
than the other subways in the
You
game.
would presume that the president would not use a normal subway tunnel. Although that is just
Actually-
the kind of thing that Bethesda would cut corners on.
No,
Yeah,
this
that's
is a
what I'm
total.
saying.
This is a total quibble. But does the president actually have like a presidential metro escape tunnel? I mean, because even if he didn't, like that, this would still be like a cool sort of 50s Cold War-ish invention.
Yeah.
That I
There
would
is...
support.
That's a really common trope, is that the president has all these escape routes. I know the only one I can think of offhand is in the movie Dave. There's like an underground tunnel that takes him across the street from the White House, so he can exit over there. But I think that's in a lot of movies. Everybody assumes that the president has some underground method of leaving the White House, so that he can go and see his
That is
mistresses.
probably nuke-proof.
I mean, in the Fallout 3 setting, it totally makes sense that the president would have a nuke-proof escape route.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I do not argue that that makes sense. I do not argue against it.
Unless, of course, that robot was Eden, in which case, I mean... You know what, I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to dig into the whole presidential canon there, because yeah. I'm sure there probably are, there probably are answers, like, to all that stuff somewhere. Obscure.
Yeah, I hate that. I hate that you're like, why is this like this? Why? And you're like, why is this stupid nonsense in the game? And somebody will say, oh, that's actually covered in this one terminal. So you hack the terminal and you look up at the answer and you realize the answer is dumber than not knowing at all. The answer is worse than the question. It makes even less sense.
Well, it also
hey.
just sucks. I mean, you get the same thing with comics, where you're like, well, this doesn't make sense. Oh, wait, actually, hold on.
Hey, look, it's Eden's
What the
mistress.
hell is that thing?
Security check. Attempting to identify local access user.
But where you're like, this really doesn't make sense. They really should have explained this better. And then someone's like, oh, well, they did explain it. If you look in, like, a terminal which is buried under a building that you can only access by a locked door guarded by snow leopards, and then if you access that terminal, it'll give you clues as to how this could be, which the fans have then inferred means this. And I mean, the point is, that's irrelevant whether or not there really is an answer. If they should have put it on the forefront. If something is confusing, the burden is on the storyteller to explain it well and explain it conspicuously.
Or the classic TV. Yeah, or if it's supposed to be a mystery, then you, what's that called on TV tropes? You hang a lampshade it. You let the viewer know, yes, this is an issue. Yes, other people in the story have noticed this as well. It's it's there. And people notice it, and you're allowed to be confused about it. Because if you're in a world and something doesn't make any sense, and none of the other characters seem to notice this nonsense, that's when it really begins to grate.
For GMs out there, for role-playing games, that's actually a really good trick as a DM that you should always have at the forefront, is if a player starts asking something like, well, why doesn't this make sense? And they will, because you can't cover every base. Then having other NPCs also notice that thing immediately afterwards and comment on it, and then later you can figure it out after the players have left. That's a good tactic.
Yes! You can figure it out later. Like, oh crap, there's a hole in my campaign. But you use your poker face, and you say, that's a very good question. You should ask an NPC about that.
And then not only do you look like a genius, but they feel smart for having noticed this little flaw, this little clue that you planted in there. When in fact you're just totally incompetent.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that guy. Oh, why is that guy alive? You killed him 3 sessions ago. Right. Yeah, that's a good question.
I used that exact phrase. Wait, we should probably be talking about the game now. What's going on?
Yeah, why are we talking to his...
So basically, this is this computer in charge of all the security units. And there's been a breach, a security breach in the area, which is presumably...
Is us?
Some kind of creature. No, not us. And it's caused damage to the
Nuclear launch detected.
And it can't repair the train until the security breach is dealt with.
Interesting. So we're repairing this so we can ride this train or just get to the end of the train tunnel. Not ride it, but travel along this tunnel to get to where we want to go. So this is a plot door, basically, that we're dealing with.
Yeah. And I think I can speech check this thing into realizing that weird shit is happening, and it's 200 years since, this place was relevant, not resident.
And this has marked the how manyth time you have had to logic check a computer?
Yeah, I don't feel like doing it.
You don't feel like speech checking it?
Which means we're going to... I already did speech check it into believing that I'm part of the U.S. Army. We have glowing ones and Reavers up ahead, so this should be fun.
Whoa! Okay, Reavers are another thing I ran into in my game way before any sensible degree of game balance would indicate that they should start showing up.
Josh, did you just sneak attack your own robot?
Maybe.
A bit.
You've got a real problem with friendly fire, son.
Oh no, that's a roamer.
Yeah, I told Josh I was tired of Left 4 Dead. I didn't tell him the real reason I didn't want to play with him anymore.
You thought you were a robot?
Yeah, it used to be a sigh of relief when the tank would show up. Oh good, Josh will stop shooting at me for a couple seconds.
Hey, it kept you on your toes.
It kept me on my back.
I love this gun.
Whoa! You hit 2 guys at once with a single beam. Because that was really interesting.
Oh shit! That's the Reaver. Have fun, guys!
Oh, Jesus.
Run!
I ain't fighting no
Fuck this
Reaver.
shit. Why is VATS not working? There we go.
Josh, you should really be more compassionate to them. I mean, they're just people who walked out to the edge of the known game world and saw that there was nothing there.
You know, that's kind of harsh for them to go all crazy and want to kill me because the end of the game world has nothing in it. Oh. There we go. Okay, let's
Well, it
hope
kind
there
of
are
gets
no more of
clarified after the
those.
Miranda DLC.
Well, that was easy.
Yeah, I'd have to
Did
do
any
that.
of the security bots
Yeah.
survive?
Wow. That was one I mean, in my game, I was like level 10 or 12 and by myself and fighting one of those things. I did survive, but I did so with many, many landmines.
I forget if the Stimpack glut sets in around level 10, or if it's after that.
Oh no, I had a glut of stim packs, so I was good in that regard. But I probably could have just hotkeyed stim packs and, you know, just kept shooting him and brought him down eventually. But it would have been all my
Bind
stim
Stimpacks to mouse 2.
and mouse 1.
That's the Stalker method.
Oh, Quantum.
Oh, there's still more.
From the people who brought you that last stuff, it's more of the same.
So apparently that's where they're coming in from. Little hole up there.
Another glorious day in this man's army.
Okay.
Huh.
And this is the door we were trying to get open?
I think that this is the train we want to use. Okay, the power is off.
Oh man, you can't have a subway with the power on in a video game. Everyone knows this.
A fuse
This isn't
is
a Fallout
required
3.
to power the. Oh, hey, that guy has it. Okay.
Even
Now the
Max
power's
Payne, even Max
Use the
Payne had you power up
console
a subway
in
before
the
you could
front
use.
of the car.
Also, Doom 3, and I'm pretty sure that
Yep.
level had a bunch of trites on it, so that didn't endear me to it. Plus, you crashed the thing like 5 seconds after you get in.
I know. Why didn't I just walk? Oh, this is cool. Now, is it going to do the Doom 3 thing and crash us? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and call it and say yes.
Well, I'm
Maybe
glad
it'll do
that
like the
Fallout
Half-Life
3.
1 thing.
I'm glad that Fallout 3 dropped all the foreplay and just put us on some rails.
No, we did not crash. Aww. And nobody took my bet.
I think we've all learned not to bet with you, Seamus. I mean, you just
Well,
let
no,
them
I mean-
pay back all the money that we win. Oh, hey! It's the Enclave guarding this subway tunnel, because I guess that's what they do.
That's what they do when they're not trying to liberate water purifiers. They seem to have a lot of guys that should all be dead now because their entire country was blown up.
Where are we now, anyway?
Now we are at Adams Air Force Base.
Oh, okay.
That was a neat throw.
Oh, man, if you don't get out of
Yeah, I
here by
thought so.
hijacking a vertibird, I'm going to be sorely disappointed. Roll
Actually,
the
I
Saints
think
Row
we
2
may be
style.
able to do that. I'm gonna say that could be a possibility.
If you don't try it, I'm going to drive down to Nevada and, like, make you.
This section of the game makes me sad that I quit playing Broken Steel. I mentioned last episode that I kind of got bogged down about half an hour into Broken Steel when I saw it was just kind of more of the same linear shooter crap.
That guy's really bad at aiming. Of course, I say that and then I miss. Oh, come on! I hit him, like, dead on and didn't do any damage. Thank you.
But this is cool. Look, a new environment, some things going on. More than just fighting dudes. There's, you know, lockpicking and console and dialogue and interesting stuff. And riding a tram now, I feel really bad. I'm sorry, Bethesda. I didn't give you the benefit of the doubt, which you didn't deserve anyway.
I thought there was a ventilation duct back there, and suddenly all my Half-Life 2/Deus Ex instincts kicked in.
Yeah.
Get into the ventilation duct.
Yes. Especially in Deus Ex, because, yeah, you know...
Ventilation ducts, yeah.
Yeah, I sort of played hardcore, so hiding from enemies... I mean, not hardcore, non-lethal, so hiding from enemies was about 75% of the game for me.
Alright, there's an airplane that's a statue over there.
It was a first-person cowerer.
Yeah, I can see the utility of a guy in dark sunglasses and a big floppy trench coat crawling through ductwork. Can you imagine what that would sound like?
He's wearing
You
big
would never
Punk
take-
Hood boots, too.
I know, you wouldn't take anybody by surprise. It reminds me of the Mythbusters episode where Jamie tried to climb up the vent shaft with giant magnets that slammed into the walls. Was it Adam said, Thor, the god of thunder, is sneaking through our ventilation system.
Classic Mythbusters. So, welcome to Fallout 3, guys!
Well, I mean, this is... Ooh, that... Okay. That building, now that we're outside of it, actually looks really cool. That doesn't look...
Yeah.
By really cool, I mean it looks different. It's not another recycled, like, copy-pasted building that we've seen 1,000 times before.
Oh, here it is. Here's the resupply crate. Hey, Tesla cannon. Goodbye,
stop
Gauss
using the-
rifle.
Yeah.
Wow,
Good
we
riddance.
carried that rifle and hated it every
Alright.
step of the way for so long.
All right, we
You know,
got
it'd be really
orders.
nice if I could see that
This is-
rifle, Josh.
Yeah, stand up so we can
Well,
see
I
it.
would stand up, but I've got a caution sign, which means something's nearby trying to kill me.
Adams Air Force Base is all that stands in your way. Our scouts
Oh, it's the voice of the...
Here's the gun.
satellite are located in the main tower of the Enclave mobile platform. The only way into the
It's
It's that
the
guy
voice of-
speaking in a slightly
it's the
low-key voice.
watch post.
Yeah, it's the voice of every Imperial in Morrowind and Oblivion.
When you open the crate, it
Okay, so see all these
signal and start the assault to cover
these
your
guns up here?
Good luck.
Let's pretend we do.
Sentry guns. Yeah. Normally these are supposed to cause you a problem, but you can stand outside of their range and shoot them with the Tesla cannon with sneak attack criticals. Because I'm
Which
crouching.
Incidentally, is also my favorite tactic against sentries in Team Fortress 2, take a shot. I just love seeing some engineer scrambling, finally gets up his level 3 sentry, and just sort of stand there, soldier. He's like, hey, come on guys, this isn't fair! Spent a long time on this thing!
Yeah. That is the life of an engineer. 5 minutes building your turret, which then operates for 9.5 seconds before getting blown to smithereens and you start over.
Pretty much.
And then as soon as you start it over, somebody backstabs you.
Probably me, if I'm being fair.
Oh! That guy tried to set me on fire with artillery. I'll be taking that.
I think you and Fire are on pretty good terms at this point. They're probably
Yeah.
a very effective tactic. So, just
Fire and I, we
sneaking
got-
around, taking out...
Nice
Turrets,
business
huh?
arrangements. Well, that's generally how I do it.
I know Seamus and I are just asking some variation on this question for every couple seconds, but why are we taking out this Air Force base again? Just because there's Enclave there?
Lions told us to.
Oh, and if Lions told you to jump off a bridge, yeah, you'd have to, because that would be your quest.
Pretty much.
And Bethesda,
Well, I mean,
would
You're
give
not
you
a
an offer.
mercenary!
That's right.
How are we doing on time?
Got some time left.
Too much of it.
Yeah, technically we have about 5 minutes.
Okay.
What we want to do is we want to roll up this Fallout 3 adventure next episode. So we're trying to get the whole thing done this episode and next. So let's even go a little bit long today.
Right.
Well, I mean, this is like the end. We are in the end zone, so we can probably
are
do
we?
the next one in 30 minutes.
This is a cool looking
Oh.
place. I will give them that. All right
Yeah,
then.
it's-
Let's call
You know,
it then.
this place fits within the Washington D.C. architecture, but it's clearly new stuff. It doesn't look out of place, but you know, it looks new.
Yeah.
Right.
It's very nice.
It
Nice
does
thing
look
happened.
different.
I got a great thing to end the episode on. Just give me a second.
Okay. Woo! Hello.
Whoa! Dun da 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 da.
Okay, so
That was.
next
I like this
episode
gun.
is the end of Fallout 3. We hope.
Next game, I want to be the guy.
Which guy?
What? No, that's the game we're doing. I want to be the guy. It's 100 episodes long, and it's just the first level.
Yeah, most of it's just like Seamus and I starting to say something like, "I really like the art design," and then just Josh starts swearing for the next like 6 minutes.
You know, I don't like this plan at all, actually.
Stop appling me!